Hey everyone, Coach Mark here. So this week I want to tell you the story, a real quick story about this farmer. So it's this old, poor farmer. He only had a few different animals. I think he had like a dog, he had a couple horses, couple chicken, maybe one cow, and he had this goose. Now, the goose didn't really serve much purpose, but for some reason, the farmer just liked this goose. So anyway, he would feed the goose every once in a while, and one morning he went out to feed the goose. So he goes out to the goose and he's feeding the goose, and the goose starts to move around a little bit, and he notices that the goose had laid an egg. Now, this egg was a little bit different than any other egg that the goose had ever laid before. This egg was real shiny, real glittery. It's like almost like a yellow, shiny type color. So the farmer goes over and he's wondering, like, why did the goose lay this type of egg? So anyway, he picks it up. He figures he's gonna take it back to his home and just throw the egg out because it's a useless egg. Anyway, he goes to pick up the egg and he realizes that the egg is like extremely heavy. He's like, "What is this? There's no way this goose could have laid this egg. This egg is, there's no way that the goose could even walk around with this egg because the egg was just so heavy." So anyway, he takes the egg back. He gets back to his house and he's getting ready to throw it out. And his wife sees the egg, and the wife says, "What is that?" And he's like, "I don't know. The goose just laid this egg." And the wife comes over and said, "That's gold." And the farmer's like, "No way. That's that. How could the goose lay gold?" And the wife's like, I guarantee you that's gold." So anyway, farmer takes the egg in town, has it checked out, takes it to the jeweler. And jeweler's asking where'd he get it from. And farmer didn't want to tell the jeweler where he got it from because just in case it was gold, he figured that the jeweler might want to come and take his goose, right? So he just said, I found it. I stumbled across it. And the jeweler tests the egg, and sure enough, it's gold. So the farmer's like amazed, all right? He's like, wow. Because remember now, this is a poor farmer. Anyway, he goes back home and he figures, wow, I got this gold. Maybe someone left the egg there or left a gold bar, whatever, left it there, and that was it. So the next morning now, he goes back out to feed the goose, and guess what he sees? Another golden egg. So he's thinking to himself, what is going on? Is someone just leaving these things here for me? And he picks up that, takes it back to his house, hides it away somewhere. Next morning goes out to feed the goose and he sees another one. Now he says, nah, somebody can't just be leaving these golden eggs here. So he figures it's the goose, but he's not 100% sure yet. So he goes away. Next morning, same thing comes out. What does he see? Another golden egg. So now he's starting to think to himself, like, wow, wow. I've been poor. I've been a poor farmer all my life. And man, I'm about to be rich. I'm about to be rich beyond control, right? So next morning comes out, he sees another golden egg. So he's thinking to himself, "Oh my God, this goose has all the golden eggs inside of it. I need to get them all." Next morning comes out, he sees another one. Then now the farmer starts thinking to himself, "Why should I have to wait 30 days to get 30 golden eggs? Why don't I just cut the goose in half and just take all the eggs out from now?" So he goes, takes his knife, cuts the goose in half, looking for all the eggs, and guess what he finds? Absolutely nothing. So then he's thinking to himself, well, if the eggs aren't in here, maybe they'll still appear every morning. So the next morning, so remember now, he just killed this goose. So the next morning, he comes out, and what does he see? Nothing. Nothing. You know why? Because the farmer was greedy. Instead of being patient and just taking his time and getting what he was supposed to get, he was just greedy. And he ended up killing the source of his golden eggs. And that was it. He never ever saw a golden egg again. So that story is a great story on, great lesson on why we need to have patience in life. If we have patience, we'll get everything that we're supposed to get. But the reason why most people don't get what it is that they're supposed to get is because they get greedy and they want to cut their golden goose in half and get all the riches at one time. And sometimes that's just not the way it's supposed to be. So I hope you guys got something from that story, and I'll see you next week.